Oh, Divya came late. Divya, how do you become late yet despite being early? How do you become late despite being early? It doesn't make sense. It's 9:59. 4 minutes. My bad, bro. It's okay. My bad. 59 is. Why they needed our trying to get a second shot. No, I probably didn't need it. We have celebrities. They know we don't have cooks, so we don't expect it. This is great, right? Mass. This is just how we are. Okay? But we gotta adjust.
And then plus 1 a.m. in the morning.
No, they're not. The girls would be sleeping on top of each other.
Yeah, I know.
There are two girls who sleeping on top of each other.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Bring the movie.
You cannot have meditation with all those activities going on because it will not work. It's not, oh, it's working. Is my mic working? Okay, great. Hari Om, everyone. Some are still asleep. Hari Om, children. Hari Om. After that big breakfast, you have lots of fuel, right? Okay. Now, how do we sit for meditation? I want somebody from the sleepover to come and show. Yes, please come. We will do it weekly, so you all have a chance. Okay. All right. We'll start with Om, and I want those children here to lead the Om. They've done so well, so let us all make sure that we do it beautifully. Om. 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 Look at Lord Shiva. Make sure that your posture is exactly like Lord Shiva's at the altar. Now we take one deep breath with the full awareness. I am inhaling. I am exhaling. I am inhaling. Exhale. Once more, making sure no other activity is taking place. Just inhalation and exhalation. I am inhaling. Exhale. Imagine the golden rod going from the very top of your head all the way up to the heaven, helping you to sit straight, not moving even a fraction of an inch to the left, right, back or front. Just like Lord Shiva, and slowly, slowly closing your eyes and no movement of your hands or legs, not even nose. Be ready to put a beautiful smile on and close the eyes gently, just like Lord Shiva. And focus for now on your eyes and on your smile. Listen to the mantra.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Serve the Lord Shiva's presence
Namah Shivaya.
at the altar, all around you, placing you from the left,
Namah Shivaya.
right, and to the back. Top from the bottom.
Namah Shivaya.
Let the Lord Shiva's presence raise the whole space of the room, including each and every meditator, feeling the presence of Lord Shiva. And now slowly, gently open your eyes. Look at the altar again. Now the doors are going to open and we welcome everybody who will smile. Yes, you did very well. Thank you. Well, good done. Well done. Good job. And I want to see the beautiful smile on everybody's face. Tell Gina that you go to make an announcement, otherwise she'll push everything and it won't work. So Sumat needs to know to put it on. No, but just post it.
Hari Om, everybody. Let's try again. Hari Om, everybody. All right. How's it going? Good. All right. Let's sit nice and straight. Legs crossed. I'm waiting. Hari Om. All right. Legs crossed. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Om. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurudeva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Vidya Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trayambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikalaग्निकालाय Kalagnirudraya Neelakanthaya Mrityunjayaya Sadashivaya Shriman Mahadevaya Namaha Trembakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanat mrityormukshiyamamritat Om Trembakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanat mrityormukshiyamamritat Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. All right, today we will do our Gita chanting first. Sumanchi. Niva, you're chanting with me, right? Niva, ready? Okay. Sakta karmanya
Sakta karmanya
vidvamsaha
vidvamsaha
Sakta karmanya vidvamsaha
Sakta karmanya vidvamsaha
Yatha kurvan
Yatha kurvanti
Bharata
bharata
Yatha kurvanti Bharata
Yatha kurvanti bharata
Kuryad vidvams
Kuryad vidvams
Tatha saktaha
Tatha saktaha
Kuryad vidvams Tatha saktaha
Kuryat vidvam satha saktaha
Chikirshur Lokasangraham
lokasam
Chikirshur Lokasangraham. All right, Niva, lead it first. Go ahead.
Saktah karmanya vidvamsaha Yatha kurvanti bharata Kuryad vidvams tatha saktaha Chikishulloka sangraham
Okay, next. Na buddhi bedham janayet न बुद्धिभेदं जनयेत् अज्ञानं कर्मसङ्गिनाम् अज्ञानं कर्मसङ्गिनाम् जोषयेत् सर्व कर्माणि जोषयेत् सर्वकर्माणि विद्वान् युक्तः समाचरन् विद्वान् युक्तः समाचरन् Right now all together, Niva.
न बुद्धिभेदं जनयेत् अज्ञानां कर्मसङ्गिनां जोषयेत् सर्वकर्माणि विद्वान् युक्तः समाचरन्.
Awesome. Thank you, Niva. Did something happen while we were chanting? Something happened? While we were chanting, someone showed up in the shrine. Did you guys see? Let us all take a nice deep breath and say a big Hari Om welcome to our Swami Shantanandaji. Welcome to our assembly, Swamiji. Swamiji is here from New Jersey, and Swamiji has a really special message for all of us. So I'll hand over to Swamiji.
Hari Om. You had breakfast today? Hari Om is not that loud. Hari Om. That is better. Now, would you like to hear a story? Which one? Okay. So I have a choice, right? Once upon a time, you know all this all, right? But one place I said, once upon a time, one child raised that. I know this. There was a hunter. He used to catch parrots and he used to sell in the market. the parrots. In 1 month time, all the parrots started singing. What? Parrots, 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 listen, listen, listen to me. The hunter will come, spread the net, throw some seed and sing a song. Parrots, 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 thou shalt not fall into the net. Now all the parrots memorized it and they're all singing very good. So the hunter was happy. He took them to the forest and released one parrot to the west, one parrot to the east, one parrot to south, and another one to north. Now they flew away in different directions in the forest, and each one singing away, parrots, 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 listen, listen, listen to me. Now the other parrots, there are flocks of parrots were there, thousands of parrots were there, each direction. And when they heard this new parrot coming and singing some song, they also said, hey, we want to learn this song. So all the parrots approached them, and this parrots who knew the song, he became very proud. No, 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 I am your guru teacher, so you have to feed me. So all the parrots brought some grapes and banana, all those things, fruits, and fed this guru parrots. And then guru parrots started teaching the parrots. What was the song? Parrots, 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 listen, listen, listen to me. Hunter will come, spread the net and throw some seeds and sing a song. Parrots, 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 thou shalt not fall into the net. Now, after 1 month, the hunter went to the forest. The whole forest was singing what? Not like this, thousands of parrots singing loudly. Parrots, parrots, parrots. Listen, listen to me. Thunder will come, spread the net, seeds and sing a song. Parrots, parrots. The hunter was so happy. He came home and slept very well. And then what happened? Another hunter came from another village with net, everything in his hand to catch birds. So as soon as he entered the forest, what did he hear? Parrots, parrots, parrots. Listen, listen, listen to me. The hunter will come. Stop. Hey, these parrots are very smart. They know that I am coming. Now he stopped. That he thought that anyway I have come. Let me put the net. And he spread the net and threw some seeds, and he didn't sing a song. Instead of, he lied out and started snoring. That was a song. And he sat under a tree, kept the net and threw some seeds, and he went to sleep. And when he woke up, what did he hear? He heard the song very close to him. Where was that? In the net. All the parrots were in the net, pecking the seeds and singing away what? Parrots, parrots, parrots. Listen, listen, listen to me. The hunter will come, spread the net, throw some seeds and sing a song. Thou shalt not fall into the net. Where are they? Why? They were all singing like what? Parrots. If you sing like parrots, what happen? You will be in the net. Now, you are also like parrots now. In the Balavihar, all the songs, all the chants, you are singing what? Like parrots. And all these uncle hunter got you, all aunties got you. And teaching you so many things, Gita chanting, all that chanting, this chanting, Ganesha Pancharatnam. But caught hold of them, ask them the meaning, okay? Otherwise, you will be what? In the net. Okay. You like this story? Thank you. You want to show them now?
Just a couple of.
Why
don't you come straight after? So, Swamiji asked if you guys like the story, and I barely heard a squawk. Thank you, Swamiji. All right. We have a couple of announcements, and then we will do our pledge and arati. No, look at me first. Do you guys know whose birthday is next week? Not today. Next week. Someone super, super special. I heard it. Next week is Bhagavan Sri Rama's birthday. And the week after that, do you know whose birthday it is? Hanumanji. Yes, next Saturday at the ashram, we will be celebrating Sri Ram Navami and Hanuman Jayanti together, right? They love each other, and so we celebrate them together next Saturday. We'll start at 7:15 in the morning with a little puja. Then we will chant Hanuman Chalisa 108 times. And then there will be a cultural program. So everyone is welcome to come as your time permits over the day. Please just sign up so we know how we can organize food and all of that. But we look forward to having everyone here knows how to sing Hanuman Chalisa. So you can all come and sing, right? Okay, next, Sumanshi.
Who all are coming next, not next Saturday, on Hanuman Jayanti? Who is coming? I want to see, so I know whom to welcome when you come. Only that many. Well, you have 2 more weeks to change your mind, okay? Ariel.
Okay, now I want everybody to do a stretch. Now I want you all to keep one hand up. Now I want to know who's coming to save Anjali. Tina, please come.
Hari Om, everyone. Yes, I think with the beautiful story, we are all up. We don't want to be parrots. So big Hari Om once again. Excellent, excellent. I'm already excited and I see that all of you are. I am here to talk about our beautiful gala that we used to have before COVID. And this is the first time we're going to have it after the pandemic. So I think this is almost like a breath of fresh air. This is where the community comes together, our little village that we call our ashram. We all come and meet not at the ashram, but we meet at a very fancy place, which is Shagan Banquet Hall. And we have a lot of entertainment there and great yummy food. And, we come as community, we bring our friends and family that don't usually come to the ashram, but we invite them there as well. And I'm going to ask you to tell me what we are going to have that day. Yes, very good, very good. So we're going to have a world famous mentalist come. Now, if you think what a mentalist is, I would love for you to go home and Google, because I don't want to show the video that I had shown 2 weeks ago. But he is an amazing, amazing mentalist. And he's in fact by the New York Times, again, not me saying it, but the New York Times has said that he's the world's best mentalist. So he will play around with our minds and amaze us in ways that we wish we could do the rest of the world as well. But anyway, so can I see a show of hands of how many people here have already bought their tickets? Okay, so I guess I'm going to be really, really busy because I have to sell those tickets. The ashram has already bought them for you, and we have to buy those. We have Vijayaji. Is she here in the audience today? I think she's waiting outside patiently for all of us to get out. But please note that as you step outside the shrine, to our left is Vijayji standing with so many tickets to sell. So all those people who had their hands up when Gina ji asked, she'll be waiting for us to be there to pick up our tickets and, maybe even pick up some extras for our friends and family outside the ashram. So thank you so much. Just one more thing I think about the Sevanjali is we are looking for volunteers as well. So if you wish to volunteer a little bit of your time during that event, maybe a little bit for the decoration part, please do reach out to me. Also, we have corporate sponsorships available for that event. If somebody wants to, pay for a full table, all that information is also outside. Please do look into that option as well. This is our village and we need to make it stronger and, do whatever things that we want to do going forward. Thank you so much.
What Tina Auntie didn't tell you guys is that the tickets are actually being sold at pretty much cost. The Chinmaya Mission Toronto family would like to celebrate together. So please do take a few minutes today and just get your tickets. We look forward to celebrating being together in a couple of weeks, okay? All right. Let us now please stand for pledge and arati. Seva families, please come up. Right hand. We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values within and without us. We live honestly the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom. May thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is devotion to the Supreme Self. We know our responsibilities. Give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Om Tat Sat. Seva families.
आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप रति करुणा की आरती सद्गुरु की में उनकी शांति समाए शरण कर की श्री आरती सखी चित्रवाणी सखी आरती श्री आरती सखी स्वामी जय जय ओम जय हरे फल पार दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति धन सुख संपत्ति कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम्हारे शरण किसकी स्वामी शरण किसकी तुम बिना और क्या प्रभु बिना और क्या आशा करूं मैं किसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा कल्याणी स्वामी तुम ईश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता मैं सेवक स्वामी कृपा स्वामी सबके प्राणपति किस विध मिलो मैं किस विध मिलो कृपा में तुमको शनि दीन बंधु करता अपुर तुम मेरे स्वामी रक्षक तुम मेरे अपने हाथ उठाओ अपने चरण बनाओ पार खड़ा मेरे तेरे ओम जगदीश हरे विषय विकार विराग ओम जगदीश हरे स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा तेरा तुझको Sarvesham Shantirбhavatu Sarvesham Puram Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudakshate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om
Now children have gone. I had to talk to the big children now. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Satgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. One day, sage Narada approached his father, Brahmaji, and requested to clarify something that was disturbing him. The question was that the sun god, who works continuously 24 hours without any rest, 365 days, without any rest, serving the creation, shedding his light and giving energy to everything. But when you look at his family life, it is a miserable one. His first wife left him and she did not get any sympathy from her parents. And they told her that her place was with her husband. But she could not come back, and then she practiced severe austerity. Later she was sent back at Sandhya. And then also she had a child, Shani Bhagavan. But again, the father, son could not take care or attend to the family. He was busy all the time serving the creation. He had no time for the family, and again, she had to live a miserable life. So Narada's question was, the person who is serving the world with such noble purpose, how come he goes through a miserable family life? Now, the answer Brahmaji gave was very interesting. He said, though one serves humanity, but for a successful family life, one should always find quality time for the family. This advice was given by Brahmaji to Narada. And this is an example from Puranas. The topic today is spirituality in family life. How to practice in our modern time, or parenting in our modern time. Every life should have spirituality, not only family life. There is a common feeling that we are all householders, grihasthas. How can we practice spirituality? We have no time. Not that we don't want to practice, but lack of time is the problem. Especially for those of us who have come so far away from our country. We have to work hard, sometimes long hours to survive. With both spouses working, where is time to maintain this spirituality or religion? So we generally postpone spirituality till retirement, hoping for a quieter time. This is a common thinking. This is because we misunderstand spirituality and religion. These two factors we have to understand very clearly. A person may be very religious, but need not be spiritual. A spiritual person may not necessarily be religious. We use the two terms synonymously. That is why we are not able to make out that fine distinction. What is the difference? A religious person may spend 2 hours, 3 hours in the puja room, but outside that room, he is as bad as before. There is no difference. His raga, dvesha, anger, hatred, jealousy, passion, greed, crookedness, all are as strong as before. The only relief for the family is that 2 hours that the person is occupied in the religious activity, that is peaceful. Family is peaceful. I am not saying it is not good. The chanting, etc., has its own advantage if done right and not mechanically. Nowadays, there is a better thing. You switch on to your, what you call cassette player, or sometimes people driving, they have MP3. Sometimes people listen while driving, exercising or working out or doing something in the kitchen. They consider it is a job to be done and rush through it and feel good that their job is done. We consider that this is religion. Kapila Muni says in Kapila Gita in Bhagavatam, a person may spend hours in the puja room, but if he fails to recognize the presence of Lord in every living being, that person is not a bhakta, a devotee. This presence is to be seen in every living being, not only human being, but even in animal, plants, insects. And this recognition makes one spiritual. One can be religious and at the same time spiritual. The purpose of religion is to make one spiritual. If that growth is not there, then one will not be accomplishing what is to be accomplished in life. Now coming to the point of the grihastha, how can we or she practice spirituality? Most of us start thinking about spirituality or religion only after the children are born. We want the best for the children and want to raise them with proper values and culture, and we are ready to sacrifice to provide what is necessary to achieve that. One thing that we miss is that for a child, you are important. The child look up to you as an example for everything. You set standard at home. For every child, the parents are superheroes and role models. When the child is dropped off to Balavihar and parents go shopping and later pick up the child like luggage, the child begins to think that if this is not important to my parents, it may not be important for me. When you put a child in any sport, tennis or basketball or soccer, you stand at the sideline and encourage the child. When you encourage, the child is encouraged and he performs better, rather than if you drop the child and go away. The same is true for religious lessons. We have come far away from our country and do not have the support of the family to raise the children. The parents have to do this alone while pursuing their career. The children grow imbibing the environment of the daycare center, whereas in India, a child grows up with the whole community. By osmosis, the child picks up the culture in his growth. This is why parents are less tense. But today, the children are with you 24 hours. There is no rest, except when they go to school. When summer comes, parents are worried how to keep the children safe and occupied and are willing to spend thousands of dollars to send them to camps. Something that was never heard of in our country when we grew up. Now, parenting. We became parents all of a sudden, and we didn't have any training. So suddenly 2 children are there. Now what to do with them? In India, it is not a problem. There is a grandmother, grandfather. They will tell you what to do. But here you are alone. So our Shastra says, Rajavat Panjavarshani, Deshavarshani Dasavate, Prapteshu Shodashe Varshe, Putram Mitravat Ajaret. This is a beautiful teaching given in our Shastra, that 5 years you spoil the child, treat the child like Raja, king. And once the child reaches the 6th year onwards, up to 15th year, 10 years, you should treat him like what? Dasavat, it is given here, means discipline him. Don't spoil him with your love unnecessarily. You should love, of course, love is there, but you should not do it over. Ek lota beta hai, something like that. Only one child is there, spoil completely. That is especially Indian families do this. You go to American families, you see they start disciplining the child. They will not allow the socks, flying everywhere. And they take this food and all that, breakfast, etc. in their room. And the plate is kept there, and sometime under the bed, under the table, and the mother has to go and collect it. Nothing like that. They themselves have to come and put it back. So these kind of small things, you have to teach them, discipline them. So from 16th year onwards, it is said, Prapte tu Shodashe Varshe Putram Mitravat Acharet. When the child reaches the 16th year, you should treat him like a friend. If you want peace at home. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. Because teenagers, they have developed their own personality by the time when they become 16. Now, our problem is, we spoil the child all the time, 15 years. Then 16th year onward, the child starts talking differently to you. Then you start thinking, what did I do wrong? And at that time, you try to discipline him. It doesn't work. He's already developed a personality. So there you have to be friendly with him. Treat him like a friend. Discuss with him. Sunny, if I were you, I would do that. That is the language you should use. It's not that you should not do it, you should not do it like that. No compulsion. Negative language we cannot use to our children once they grow up to 16-year teenager. So there we have to discuss with him. and make him understand in a language that he understands. And the problem is the children also in a dilemma. They have to face a totally different atmosphere in the schools with their peers. When they come home, they are in a different culture. Even though they speak English, they speak two different accents. Have you noticed that? When they speak to you, Indian English. When they speak to their peers, typical American English, isn't it? And so much so that they have so much accent. I mean, what are the slangs now, right? So many. Even though they all speak English, but those slangs, you don't know. Totally opposite meaning. Wicked in English, we know when we learned it is. But now wicked, this is totally different meaning. If you want our child to absorb our culture and its depth, because our culture is not superficial, that depth is to be shown to the children and they have to get interested. Hindu scriptures deal with all human problems and have answers. It has got answers to every problem in your life, especially Bhagavad Gita. And today, in most of the modern management schools, Bhagavad Gita is a recommended text to study. There is a university in New Jersey, Seton Hall University. It is compulsory to study Bhagavad Gita in their business school. We have made temples in USA, some of the best, but the youngsters' participation is limited. They play in the parking lot and socialize with their friends. And when do they come into the temple? Only when the bell is ringing for Arati and Prasadam. That is interesting for them. They identify with that and nothing else. Why? Because even though the rituals are going on in the temples, they cannot identify with it. They don't know what it is or its significance. The priest is unable to explain to their satisfaction. No one can get devoted unless the process and significance of the ritual is understood. The children are educated in a system to become independent leaders and to question, but the parents are unable to explain because they are raised in a system to be followers. When the child asks questions, you should answer them. It shows his intellect is growing. And the expression of growth is questioning. If you do not answer them, they will stop that growth of their intellect. And it is not that we don't have answers in our religion. We, the parents, simply do not know the answers. And you bring them to Balavihar. The Balavihar teaches us only a maximum 1 hour or 1.5 hours with the child in a week. Rest of the time, the child is with you. And if you neglect whatever the teacher has done in the classroom, then it is a total waste. Therefore, it is your duty to be associated with the program. Then, along with the child, you also learn. Now, if you want the child to follow something, first you have to practice. That is a rule. If you are a smoker and you definitely don't want the child to smoke, that's what our Gurudev used to say, culture is not taught. Culture is always caught. In order to catch the culture, you have to create an atmosphere. So that atmosphere at home is very important. That's why Gurudev used to say, until you get married, you can do, until you have a child, you can do whatever you want. But once you have a child, you have to be disciplined. You have to live like rishis. Why those little innocent children are influenced by your behavior? Even if husband and wife want to fight, you can fight. You close your door, the main, what you call bedroom, you go inside, close the door and fight, dhanadhan. Then come back smiling. Because the moment you start fighting in front of the child without thinking, then what happened? Child feel insecure immediately. That innocent child feel very insecure. And that has got a very great impact. So I was asking the youngsters, the young children here, most of the children are getting married to Americans and other religious people. Most of the Indian kids are, at least 40% is marrying Americans or Westerners or different religion. So I was surprised. So I asked one of the youth, what is the reason, And this girl turned around and told me a simple answer. She said, Swamiji, our Indian men, they are not romantic. Now, what can I say? So the idea is, they watch the children growing up, they watch how the parents behave each other. If there is no love expressed each other, they think that between husband and wife, there is no love. And I don't want that kind of love, that kind of life. This is how they think. Who created this? Now you have come to this country and our children are growing up in this country. So here you have to express your love. Because you have grown up in a family where your parents never expressed their love in front of you, never showed. Even they will not even hold hand in front of you. That is a culture we have grown up. But that cannot be the case here. Here you have to express, and you have to, when the child comes from the school, you have to hold the child, hug the child, beta, I missed you, you have to say. Then they feel good. The same way also in front of the child, husband and wife also should say, I love you, honey, I love you, dear. Like that, if you say, the child feels secure. But these are all things, simple things. And the wedding anniversary or birthday, buy some flowers and give it to the wife. These are all simple things. And little manners also. Beautiful manners are there in Western culture. When the wife is getting into the car, they open the door and wait for it and then close the door. These are all simple things. But Indian husbands, they won't do it. They will straight away sit in the driver's seat and ask the guy to come and sit if you want. Simple thing. These are all our children watch. And they develop a personality. They decide what is good, what is that. These are all a simple thing, they attracts them. You have come to a very good country and they have sort of beautiful manners and mannerism. And those things we should adopt. Not what they have. There are so many things, other things also. That you should not pick up. So I heard that one young man was telling me that, Swamiji, before I got married, I had 5 ideas how to bring up a child. Now I have 5 children, I have no idea. So when it comes to your child, it is a problem. When it is somebody else's child, you have so many ideas. So, if you want your child to follow something, you should set an example. Now, every day, every member of the family has got their own agenda, is it not? But at least once a day, there should be a rule in the house that all of you should sit together and eat dinner. That should be a rule. You know why? Because these are the memories children carry in their whole life. Haven't you seen some Hindi movies? You all seen Hindi movies, right? What is that? There will be always a twin brothers will be there. And one brother get lost in a mela. Then after 20 years, then again meet in the mela. How they meet? Song, isn't it? One song, the childhood during the dining hall, dining time or breakfast time, they used to sing some song. And that song, one line, that person will sing from this side, and another line will come from the other side. And singing, they meet together, isn't it? What is that memory? The childhood memory. So this is what we have to give to our children. Something to remember. Not that the child take the breakfast to his room and watch TV and you also eat somewhere. No. There should be a togetherness. And at least once a week, you should have Aarati together. And you should make maximum noise in the house during the Aarati time. Bell ringing, that and this. Jai Jagadish Hare. And the child sitting in the room here, he will close the door. But after some time, he will come out. And you will see when he is having a problem or something. That's why puja room is very important there in the house. And when he has a problem, he has to face the exam and all that, he will see, he will go to the temple, pray to the Lord. And this is the effect. So, and somebody comes to your house, also your friends comes to your house, at that time, they see you, your whole family is praying. They will also adopt it. So you have to practice it. This is how you have to become an example. So these kind of, don't become so modernized that we will not do it. No, these are all very important for the house to make it a home. So you say, I have no time. That is not correct. It is a question of interest. Once you have interest, you will find time. We find time for all our hobbies. We have time to watch TV, attend parties, internet, and all other, what you call, what you call that? Facebook. Now, Facebook only, now it's getting slowly become going away, but other things are all there. Twitter and all those medias. We can talk for hours on the phone. Some people have got that problem. So you cannot say that you don't have time. You can make time. So our religious practices start from waking up onwards. The moment you get up, before you put your feet down on the ground, you have to remember the Lord. We ask forgiveness of Mother Earth for stepping on to it. Padasparsham kshamaswamam. While sitting on the bed itself, look at your hand and chant Karagre Vasate Lakshmi, Karamule Saraswati, Karamadhedu Govinda, Prabhate Karadarshanam. The hands are given to us and represent skillful self-effort. Our fingers are separated. Therefore, our hands are skillful. And that skillfulness represents self-effort. We can achieve anything that we want in our life with our hands. So, Karagre Vasate Lakshmi. So, at the tip of our hands resides Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi means wealth. What is real wealth? Real wealth is not just dollars alone. Green can come and go. You must have seen that with the investment in stock market. And what happens, the virtues, the values that you cultivate, the nobility in you, the character, that is real wealth. And Karamule Saraswati. Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, the knowledge that you gain for a living, that is one knowledge. The ultimate knowledge is knowing the truth. That too is possible by self-effort. In order to gain contentment of wealth and knowledge, we want Govinda. That Govinda, the Lord in our life, that is also possible. Karamadhedu Govinda. So Karamule Saraswati, Karamadhedu Govinda. All the three are very important. One is wealth, another is knowledge, third one is through knowledge, moksha. So Karagre Vasate Lakshmi, Karamule Saraswati, Karamadhedu Govinda, Prabhate Karadarshanam. All the three, Bhakti, Jnana, Mukti, all of them we can attain in this life with our Purushartha, self-effort. That is what we are reminded of. Reminding ourselves early in the morning, getting up. So getting up should be with a good start, with enthusiasm. It is not just mechanically looking at the hands and chanting. The thought must be directed into the meaning of the prayer. It inspires you because every day is an inspiration to live another day remembering the Lord and serving the Lord. And then you go to bathroom to take bath, chanting Gange Jamane Jeva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sanguru, remembering the holy rivers, and go to the puja room. Every house should have a dedicated puja room. We may build big bungalows, but when it comes to Bhagavan, we don't have a place. In Bhagavatam, Prahlada says to his kids' friends that nobody works for unhappiness, but unhappiness comes to you because of prarabdha. The same way, happiness will also come to you according to your prarabdha. When this is the case, and we see this in our life, why do we try to adjust, holding on to happiness and avoiding unhappiness? Instead, we should use the God-given gift, Purushartha, self-effort, and intelligence to go beyond both, reaching which none of this will affect you. So in family life, we see the ups and downs, and it is never a smooth ride. There are constant physical, emotional, and ideological changes. In spite of insurances, life changes, and there are no guarantees. The only guaranteed insurance to face life is the Lord. So this puja room, we should keep to communicate with God. It may be a one-way conversation in the beginning. In Narada Bhakti Sutra, it is said, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsaryaha, Tasminneva karaniyam. You direct all your emotions to the Lord. You can get angry. This freedom is given in Hinduism. You can get angry with him. If you are frustrated, get your frustration out at him. Do it when no one is around, or they will think you are crazy. Say that way and you will see the result. Don't start questioning. Do it and see. Slowly you will hear him talking to you. First, you have to talk. He will listen. Very patiently, he will listen. See, in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna talks the whole first chapter. Bhagavan never said a word. When he gave up in the second chapter, Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam, when he totally surrendered, he understood, now I should talk. Bhagavan spoke the same way. You continuously address your problem to the Lord. He knows what is going on, but unless you give charge to him, he will not take charge. But if you say, Bhagavan, I cannot do it, I need your help, he is there for you, you will see. Why do you go to temples? Why temples are crowded? Because when we go to the sanctum sanctorum, when we tell our problems to Bhagavan, we think that it will be solved definitely. Because then you feel peaceful. That is your faith. You feel mentally peaceful. You have unloaded your problem to him. He will take care of it. When the mind becomes calm and peaceful, the solution will come to you automatically. Your inner voice consoles you and it directs you. And when we start listening to our inner voice and start living life, guided by that inner voice, you will see, you will never go wrong. Listening to the inner voice has to be trained and developed. So go into the puja room daily and spend at least 5 minutes. Bhagavan is not asking too much time from you. That is why in Bhagavatam there is a story of Vamana Avatara. Bhagavan Vamana comes and asks Mahabali, the great king, for 3 gifts, 3 steps of land. Mahabali is so pleased that he offers to give anything. Bhagavan asked for 3 tiny footsteps of land. Mahabali prodded Bhagavan to ask for more, for his feet were too tiny. Bhagavan talked about contentment with little and said he would be happy with just that. Shukracharya was Mahabali's guru, and he recognized that Lord Vishnu himself had come in the disguise of Vamana. He warned Mahabali that he will expand and take everything from you. But Mahabali kept his promise, thinking that everything belongs to the Lord, and if he has come to beg, what an honor and privilege. There are so many commentaries on this particular story, but one commentator beautifully said that Lord Vishnu comes in the form of Vamana Avatara to everybody's house. And he's asking only 3 minutes of our time. 3 minutes of your time every day. 3 steps. 3 minutes you spend for the Lord, he will become like Vamana. He will completely influence your life. He will take over your life and he will guide you. He understands that you don't have to spend much time. You spend only 3 minutes or 5 minutes. But those 5 minutes, be sincere. And here is a secret. When you enter the puja room, don't look at the picture as the picture of God or an idol of God. You should see the presence that the idol is alive. The picture is alive. I'll tell you a story. Once Swamiji, you're all listening too seriously. So I'll tell you a joke. One Swami gave to his disciple a small idol of Ganesha to worship, and told him also how to worship Ganesha, Sodashopachara Puja. And this boy was worshipping Lord Ganesha. 6 months he tried, nothing happened. So he kept that Ganesha in one corner, puja room. Then he started worshipping Hanumanji. Maybe he will appear. Hanumanji also he tried 6 months, nothing happened. So he kept there, another corner of his puja room. Then he thought maybe I should go to Lord Shiva himself. I heard he is Chipra Prasadi. He is very Asutosh Bhagavan. He will be pleased very easily. So let me. And he was worshipping Lord Shiva and he was showing incense, Agarabatti. Then what happened? The smoke was going to Hanumanji. He didn't like it. So what he did, he took some cotton and plucked the nose of Hanumanji. Stuffed. Because he didn't want Hanumanji to smell this thing I am showing to you, Lord Shiva. And to his surprise, what happened when he did that? Hanumanji appeared. And he was surprised. Hanumanji, can I ask you a question? Oh yeah, ask me. When I worshipped you 6 months, you never appeared. And now I stuffed this cotton in your nose, you are appearing. Why? Hanumanji said, you worshipped me at that time, you never took me for real. But when you stuffed my nose, you took me for real. That is why I appeared. Now, this is the whole secret of worship. So we go to the temple also, what do? We look at the idol and tell, oh, today Alankaram is good. The pujari has put nice dress for the Lord. That is all we see. But you should not look at it as an idol, a stone. You look at it as live Bhagavan. Why? Now you look at your picture, you always everybody carry the children picture or wife picture, whoever you love most. So you carry that in your wallet, isn't it? And when you look at that picture, what is your thinking? You are not looking at that photo paper. That picture reminds you of a live, vibrant person, isn't it? The same way, the idol or the picture should remind you of the live, vibrant Bhagavan. And then you will see, then you don't have to spend 2 hours, 3 hours in the puja room. That is why you are hesitant to go to the puja room, I know. So, the culture is there this culture is there in India. Start the day with his presence, then go to work. Not in the hurried and what you call, hari-bari manner that we do. Remember the Lord before starting your work. This culture is there in India. You may have seen if you want a taxi or a rickshaw in the morning, no matter how much hurry you may be, the driver will not start the day unless he has remembered the Lord by showing some agarbatti, incense, and bowing down to a small picture. So start the day remembering the Lord. Wherever you are, whatever job you are doing, it doesn't matter what type of job. Dedicate your work in His name. Think of Him, whatever prayer you know. If you do not know anything, at least chant His name, Sri Rama, or Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, or Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om Namah Shivaya, whatever mantra you know, you just chant and think of Him for a minute and then start. If that is missed for some reason, use your coffee break time to remember the Lord instead of unnecessary gossip. This is given in 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. 5 choices Bhagavan gave actually there. That is also gone, that also you forget, then what is left? When the result comes, whatever is the result, your paycheck, your bonus, your raises and profits, offer to the Lord. Keep it in your puja room. No one will take it. No picture will come out and walk away with your paycheck. Offer to Him, to the Lord. I said to the Lord, not to the Swami, okay? Bhagavan does not want anything from us. In fact, we cannot give Him anything. Whatever we have is His. When we offer to Him, we are offering the ownership that belongs to me. My ego, this ownership, that is what is offered to Him. Come back home and have some quality time with your children, family and friends. And before going to bed, remember Him. Kayena vacha manasendriyaiva buddhyatmana va prakritisvabhavat karomi yatyas sakalam parasmai narayanayeti samarpayami. Kayena, by physical body, or manasa vacha, vacha manasa, by words or mentally, or indriya, sense organs, or prakrita svabhavas, because of my habitual habits, bad habits, karomi yatyat sakalam parasmai, whatever that I have done, oh Lord, please forgive me. I am offering this to Bhagavan. And you offer to Him and sincerely offer to Him, then what happened? You unload everything unto Bhagavan. Then you are mentally free. You can sleep better. This is the way to lead a day. Simply live in a very alert manner. Then you will see your whole life changes. This is how we spiritualize our life. It is not that difficult. It is very simple. Our masters have thought about everything. They have given a very user-friendly advice. Plus, if you get time, you should read our scriptures. Now you may ask the question, why should I pray to God? I don't know Him. I don't see Him. Swamiji, do you have His address? Email? WhatsApp is available. Why should I pray to Him? Now, this may be your thinking. Now, Think about it. This is because of lack of thinking. That is why Bhagavan says, Shankaracharya says, you should read our scriptures on a daily basis. Vedo nityam adhiyadam tatutitam karmasanushtiyatam. Now when you read our scriptures, they are the pramana for introducing us to the Lord. Now the Lord is not sitting somewhere in Vaikuntha or Kailasa or in heaven. The Lord is with you. Every one of us, we are alive. That life principle in us, the very consciousness in us, we are bathed in consciousness, not that consciousness is in you. We are in consciousness. In His presence, we are able to think, we are able to walk, we are able to do whatever we want. Even to deny the presence of God also because of His blessings. So since anybody can deny that, are you alive or not? Everybody is alive. Huh? Are you aware of your life? That awareness in you, that life in you, is His presence. So everything that even without His presence, you can't even lift a finger. So whatever we are enjoying today, so the food that is enjoyed today, the food that you are enjoying today is not created by you. It is given to you. We found in the nature. The food that you are tasting today, the tongue is given to you as a gift from the Lord. Think about it. 1.5 inch long tongue is able to taste all different tastes. Your pair of eyes is gifted to you. You don't have to change a pair of eyes all the time when different colors are there. One eye is enough. You can see all colors at once. The ears are there, the nose is there, the skin is there, the pancreas there, the stomach is there, the heart is pumping, the lung is functioning. Think about it. All of them are functioning so beautifully. Without you are doing anything. Better you don't do. It is all automated system. The brain is working. So thank God that all of the equipments are working very beautifully. Are we not grateful to Him? So this gratitude is what we are asking. The scriptures is telling that expressing your gratitude is called prayer. So this way one can spiritualize our life. And if you do it, your children also will do it. Now we have time. We can ask some questions. Anybody has any question? Somebody can give me a mic, a speaker, then I. Okay.
Swamiji, one question I've always had is that whenever we read our scriptures, we have a lot of rishis becoming angry. But anger is not an emotion which is of a higher level. It is a low level emotion. Why is this so present in our scriptures?
Anger is a powerful emotion. if it is utilized properly, anger is necessary also. Now, if you want to, anger should be under your control. Then anger is a powerful weapon. Against what? Evil. Suppose the children are behaving wrongly. At that time, you're better, you should not do this. If you console the child in a very nice, mild way, the child will not listen. So at that time, you have to show some anger. You pretend anger, don't become angry. So anger should be under your control. Our Gurudev used to say, the anger is in my pocket. I take it out, use it, put it back. If that ability is there, then anger is a great emotion. Because it is to correct, it is to discipline. You have to have that. Ramchandraji also got angry 1 or 2 times. In Ramayana, you'll see. But anger was under his control. Then anger is. So emotion is not, that emotion is not condemned totally. But you should not become a victim of anger. Because as the anger is coming, you know it is coming. At that time, you can keep under it, under your control. And with that disciplined way, if you handle that anger, but what happens once you get angry, then you get carry on. You get obsessed with that for years. That is not good. Anger should come and what second it should vanish. And it is okay. All right. What else?
I have 2 questions actually. The first question is, Bhagwan has said that, I am formless, unmanifest, eternal, changeless. Why is it that our religious practices tend to promote, religious aratis and pujas and abhishekams? Why that's my first question.
Yeah. See, the highest nature, we have 2 things. We are a mixture of 2. We are a mixture of sentiency and insentiency. Inertness. Our body is inert. Our mind is inert. Our intellect is inert. Ego is inert. But what is a enlivening factor in us is the consciousness. So we are a mixture of these 2. When we talk about consciousness, it is akarta, bhokta, and manifest. It is not reachable, etc. It is talked. But at the same time, what happened? We are living at the lower level. We are living at the physical level, mental level, intellectual level, whose nature is inert, insentient. So naturally, we are not ready to appreciate which is higher. Most of the time, 98% we are living at the lower level. Now, when we are not ready to appreciate, even though the scriptures talk about the higher reality in different terms, especially in the negative language they use, neti, neti. So that we are not appreciate, we are not able to appreciate it. Now, in order to prepare the mind and make it what we call ready for accepting that Paramatma, the Lord, we have to do all these rituals. Rituals are one of the way of purifying the mind. So these are all not contradictory, it is complementary.
Thank you, Swamiji. The second question is, I've been a Balavihar teacher in the past, and as per our Guruji has advised, the role or the success of a Balavihar teacher is to invoke the love for Bhagwan in our children. And as I've seen the children grow and graduate, sometimes we don't see that expression of love for Bhagwan in our kids. Does that mean that we have not fulfilled our duty as a Balavihar teacher? What have we missed? Thank you, Swamiji.
I didn't understand your question really.
Well, the question is really, why don't our teenagers have that same bhakti for Bhagwan that we tend to teach them as they go through Balavihar?
So you can only show teacher's job is like a gardener's job, right? Give the atmosphere, your duty, you have done it. And some children will show, respond, some children will not. It is there samskara. What can you do? But most of them respond, especially when you start young. From the Shishu Vihar onwards, if you start, then naturally they will develop. And that is why all the stories of Prahlada and Dhruva, all those stories are given. Mirabai stories, all those stories are inspiring them, because children, when they grow up, they need some role model, see. So the role models, if you show them, and your love also, you don't tell only story, but you also make them feel that you are also devoted, you see. Then they will copy it.
Very good, Swamiji. Thanks for a very useful talk. One of the things you mentioned was, age 0 to 5, pamper the children, 6 to 15, show discipline, and then 16 to 20, where you said treat them like a friend, like teenagers, when they're 16 onwards.
What is that? Sorry, I didn't get you.
Oh, you mentioned that after the age of 16, when the children are teenagers, you want to treat
16,
them like a friend.
16,
Yeah, 16, 17, 18.
Ah.
So what about after that? Because like my son is 22 as an example now. So how long do we treat the children as children, and when do they become adults?
Once he is 16, he is treated as a friend. Then leave him alone. There you can give, as a parent, you can give advice, but don't be after him and leave him alone. That is all. Don't be, after him with a gun. That is all it is. It is your duty to advise, because you are a parent. So the language has to be a friendly language. Treat him like an adult, discuss with him. So that freedom should be there, you have to be careful. Because if you put lot of restriction with the children, then what happens? Children will not talk to you. They will not be open, because they think that there's no point telling him. So that kind of close mind, they become close. So we have to make it open. They should be open to you. They should feel that I can tell my dad or mom anything that I want. They will not feel bad, or they will not think that I am bad. So that kind of the relationship you have to develop with them. Remove your mask, then talk. Otherwise, I will not.
Hari Om Swamiji. There was one saying by you, culture cannot be taught, it can be caught.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the meaning, although it was a catchy phrase. Thank you.
You see, when you tell children, do this, do that, they will not do it. Whatever you say, they will not follow. But whatever you practice, that they follow. That is the idea. So culture is caught, means what? You have to create an atmosphere for them to catch. So that is why in ashrams also we have temples, worship, shrine, etc. These are all to create an atmosphere for them. So that the children will learn, they come and do arati, etc. Then they will develop that culture, you see. So if you don't do it, then what happened? You tell them to do it. It is something like, when a parent bring a child to the Swami, the parent will stand there like Vivekananda, like this, and then tell Swami, beta, page lago, prostrate. He will not do it. But before that, what you should do, both parents, they prostrate, then automatically the child prostrate. That's the idea.
Hari Om Swamiji. So I was taught Vishnu Sahasranama as a young child.
Who is talking?
Uh,
Who is talking? Okay.
Hari Om Swamiji.
No, put your mic next to your mouth. Otherwise it won't come.
Hari Om. Swamiji, I was taught Vishnu Sahasranama as a young child. And then now I have this doubt after looking at Google and other discussion forums that whether women in her reproductive years should chant Vishnu Sahasranama. Can she do it?
Who said that?
Google.
Google.
Yeah.
Forget about Google. Google is not Bhagavan, okay? You can chant Vishnu Sahasranama any time.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Bhagavan is sitting with you, inside you, watching over you. Why worry about it? Now Google has become God for everybody.
It's almost 12 now, Swamiji, but we have one last question.
Hari Om Swamiji. I asked this question on behalf of my husband, who is shy. He wants to know, is it possible to attain moksha? Moksha. How do we attain moksha?
You can attain moksha.
Yes. How?
Yeah. See, moksha is something that you cannot attain. That is a problem. How can I attain moksha is a question, right? The answer is no, you cannot attain moksha. Why? Because you are already moksha purusha. Moksha's nature is what? Eternal, infinite, right? Infinite is something that you cannot enter. You cannot gain. Something that is already you are, you cannot gain. Now what is to be done is, I don't know that I am moksha purusha. So what is to be done? Recognize it. Now to recognize that I have everything that I want, we have to study our scriptures, systematic study of scriptures for a long time. Then chances are there, when the mind gains the purity, you will have that recognition. Okay? So it doesn't come just automatically. You have to work for it. Done? Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamita Purnat Purnamudachyade Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.